and welcome to the Alliance News Network, Earth Standard Year 2231. Asari dignitaries were met to a resounding crowd today outside of Alliance headquarters. With our new mutual defensive pact, our two civilizations are closer than ever before. And with our forces promised to defend one another, we need not fear the conflict occurring in other areas of the galaxy. The war between the Solarian-Turian Alliance and the Krogan is drawing much criticism from both the Asari matriarchs of Thessia and Alliance leadership. The Certa Foundation is pledging aid to civilians displaced on both sides of the conflict. As for the threat made by the rogue terrorist group Cerberus, the Alliance stands by its new allies and condemns any attempt to displace non-human entities. Rest assured that Cerberus's activities are limited, and the Alliance are working to combat these extremists before they take root. ANN, signing off. Hi guys, Tom from Project T here, and welcome back to Stellaris Reaper's Dawn. It's been a couple weeks since I last recorded this, and we are a very short way from the release of the Legendary Edition, so it seems a good time as any to jump back in from the other faff I've been doing, like Space Engineers, yada yada yada, and I have missed doing this Mass Effect playthrough. I've been quickly catching myself up on everything that I've been doing and reminding myself exactly where I am. So if you recall, last time we met all of these people, lots and lots of people, all the alien races. We are not alone in the universe. The Systems Alliance has connected themselves to several other species and the single mass relay, and of course Cerberus, our own evil counterparts over here in this system. Kronos Station, just kind of chilling out here as they are wont to do. So our job here is we need to continue jumping our construction ship along these systems and try and block them in. Like, force them to expand in other directions other than System Alliance space, because this is our space, we need to claim it, not Cerberus. Thank you very fucking much. So that's going to be this construction ship's job, to go from system to system as our science ships reveal them, while this one is going to be filling up the other systems as we go. We have two fleets currently, the first and the second. The second is only two Alamo-class starships, while the first Alliance fleet is currently having its first destroyer built, which is the Berlin class, I believe, if we look on the ship designer. Yes, there it is. The Berlin class destroyer is currently under construction. With tech, we are researching hydroponic farming, gravitic sensors, and star holds. But the first two are kind of on hold right now while we do some alien investigations and probing a dimensional portal we found on Mars. Speaking of Mars and other colonies, we have a colony, Shang-Chi, and it's a Gaia world. I mean, it's a pretty good first colony beyond the solar system, if I don't say so myself. We had to unshroud it, but it rather worked out. So as for the other little empires here, Turian Hierarchy and Vol Protectorate we're okay with, but they've closed off borders. Same with the Solarian. The Solarians are at war with the Krogan right now, and the Krogan look to be winning, just. And the Krogan are, well, not particularly friendly with us. They are our rivals. So war with them seems somewhat inevitable. We also have the courts of Takuna over here, and the Asari Republic, who we have a defensive pact with. Meanwhile, the split off with the Asari corporate interest are neutral to us entirely. Who will we meet next, I have to wonder. Jump cut, and just for transparency, right after the opening of this episode, I encountered some problems due to the recent release of 3.0 onwards, the Dick update, as it's so called, introducing all of the new DLC and all that. Part of the problem was I'm keeping the server on 2.8 right now because not all of the mods are updating. However, one of the mods that did update is the Asari Civilization mod, which I was using for the Asari Republics and the Asari corporate interest. So I've had to turn that off because it was creating a glitch of eternal, never-ending, empty event boxes due to being incompatible. Now, don't worry, because the Asari Republics are still here and they still work for the most part. I mean, their ship sets are intact because I have the ship sets as part of the Crucible add-on. The files are already in it, so we still have their ship sets. They still have their space. They still function like an empire. Hell, they even have their civics still. Just, like, at least the buffs and everything that they give, just the names and the symbols aren't there. As well as the symbol for the Asari Republics. Normally, it's also gone. It's just an empty blue. But yeah, they are there. They do work. They're just a little bit visually glitched because of having to remove them. The framework was all in the Crucible mod. It's just some of the icons and everything had to come from the Asari Civilizations mod. So yeah, they work, and I'm trying to see if I can't get my hands on the old 2.8 version to completely restore them. But if not, then we're just gonna have to deal with that. And it's not the biggest deal in the world. They just don't have a symbol. So moving on. Asteroid Collision. A large mineral-rich asteroid collided with Belazir 2A at some point between the previous 1,000 years in what must have been a major impact event. An abundance of minerals can now be found on the moon in the vicinity of the impact crater. So more minerals, very nice. Exploration of this asteroid has detected the remains of a large object on its surface. Alright, research that, sure. Reinforcements in transit. Okie dokie. That would be for
construction complete.
The first Alliance fleet, I believe. They're going to be getting their first destroyer any second now. Construction over here is complete. Good. Grab me those. Research. How your construction coming along? You're removing industrial wasteland and a city district, and I'm going to make some more food soon. So I'm running a little bit low on that. Also here we go. The new destroyer. Where are you? There you are. The SSV Karachi. Look at that. Very nice. Upon closer inspection, the crashed object on the surface of the asteroid turned out to be an alien probe, along with a rudimentary solar collection, radio reception, and transmission technology. The probe also contains a flat, grooved disc mounted to the side. Spinning the disc elicits a deluge of sounds. Huan Tan believes it to be a form of alien music. Unfortunately, this music isn't very good, or perhaps it is geared towards audio-sensory equipment vastly dissimilar to our own. Still, a cultural artifact from a completely different species? That's something, right? Sure. Oh, and would you look at that? The Turian hierarchy just declared war on the Krogan chieftain. So wait, the Turians and the Solarians are both at war with the Krogan right now. Well, we know how this ends, don't we? Ancient mining drones. Reports of deep space drones in certain systems have been investigated. The drones appear to be workers and custodians of autonomous orbital mining operations, established a millennia ago, and then soon abandoned by all but the drones themselves. Judging by the state of the processing equipment, the drones possess powerful mining lasers and make obviously threatening, if not outright hostile, overtures towards human vessels when approached. They may be old drones, but they should be kept under watch by the Systems Alliance. Alright, we can set up a listing post on Earth.
Construction complete.
That'll be a little while, so keep that on the back burner for now. What are you currently doing? You're doing archaeological dig site. Of course you are. So when you've done this system, you head over here, because we need to keep on expanding in this direction. Cut off Cerberus. Also noting that the Asari seem to have casus bellis on a yet unidentified empire. So can we get comms from you? Yes, we can. Confirm. The Illuminated Primacy, i.e. the Hanar. Chief Presenter, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, and the rest of the religious council bid you greetings. We provide spiritual guidance to the Illuminated Primacy, and our stated goal is to lead this great nation on a path to salvation. Do not cross this path when we may yet live in friendship. We pursue true equality, I guess. So, we have the Hana. They are currently neutral, and they don't know anyone we don't right now. Alright, fair enough. Oh, and here's someone else. Admiral Shayla Ran Vastombe. Good day, I am Admiral Shayla Ran Vastombe, the Migrant Fleet spokesperson when engaging in diplomacy of alien governments. We seek to gather resources to maintain our flotilla and trade goods and services with your species while we are in your systems. However, we advise that you do not approach our fleets, as any such action would be deemed as hostile. Any vessels involved will be fired upon. If you wish, we can instead conduct trade remotely or on one of your space stations or planets. Understood. So we have the Quarians currently traveling through our space as well. That'll be them right there. They just came through the mass relay. Tell us about yourselves. Hundreds of years ago, we created an advanced virtual intelligence composed of millions of individual platforms, similar in appearance to ourselves, to serve as laborers and tools of war. We named them Geth. Though our desire to make them more sophisticated and advanced, we started modifying and improving them, the result being they eventually achieved sentience. Panicked, the Quarian government on Rannoch, our homeworld, ordered the immediate termination of all Geth in the hopes of preventing a revolution. However, the sophistication of the Geth neural network was severely underestimated, and the Geth reacted to defend themselves. The resulting war cost billions of Quarian lives. Eventually, our surviving ancestors fled Rannoch aboard this fleet, where we have lived ever since. The 17 million Quarians aboard this flotilla is all that remains of our race. Why don't you simply colonize the planet? We're that simple. Unlike your race, our immune systems are extremely weak, which is why we have to wear these virus suits. We evolved this way due to our homeworld having very few pathogenous microbes compared to similar planets. Or few viruses and other microbes native to our homeworld were often at least partially beneficial to us, giving us a symbiotic relationship with our environment. Furthermore, most Quarians are united in a dream of someday retaking Rannoch from Geth. So you see, it's not so simple. And eventually retake your homeworld. I cannot discuss any classified military plans of outsiders, as it may put the migrant fleet at risk. Such an action would also be deemed treasonous. I can say, however, that I don't know how you feel about your own homeworld, but we Quarians care deeply for ours. We heard of your race's impressive technical abilities. Yes, this is true. Due to the hard life we live on the flotilla, many Quarians have acquired unique skills in order to cope with their existences. Because of this, many consider us masters at maintaining and converting technology, especially ship parts. Our mining techniques are also unrivaled, as the migrant fleet requires so much fuel. We have to dedicate much of our time to mining operations. If you're interested, we have many Quarians looking for opportunities that suit their skill sets in order to fulfill part of their pilgrimages. I can hire... Sure, I'll get a Quarian scientist. It costs a bit of energy, but nothing we can't gain back. We should conduct trade. What can we get? Rare crystals. That'll be good for now. Alright, so we have the Quarians. So they're going to be wandering around there neutral. So just don't attack their fleet, and we're good. And we have a new archaeological dig site pending. Outsiders. We have continued to explore the outpost outwards from the older buildings, and it appears that many generations of Nitians lived, worked, and died on Drumgar 2A. He was able to find and decipher an intact log from the archive. Public access newsletter by Commander Trass, mission date 36/22. The day marks the passing of Deputy Chief Engineer Kran, the last surviving member of the original expedition. His dauntless work on the project reminds us all why our forefathers came here and why we are here now. Let's never forget this. Nurseries, schoolhouses, workstations, and tombs shed light on endless work of colonies dedicated to some kind of problem. It's unclear at the moment as to why the colony collapsed, but there is some superficial damage consisting of combat that may have disrupted some critical systems. But it's too late to indicate any deliberate attack. Keep on digging, I guess. Ah, the portal on Mars has been finished up. The dimensional portal on Mars leads to a dimension of pure entropy. It's difficult to even get sensor readings because of the very energy our pings is rapidly dissipated. Our best theory is that this null void is a dimension where the majority of zero-point energy is negative, and so any positive energy which was once present has long since been used up. Knowing this, it might be possible to construct a weapon which can use the null void's energy destruction offensively. So, the null void beam. Very good. Ah, and right after, we also get a new tradition. We need to go down the diplomacy tree now. So 102 months and we can make the Citadel Council with the Asari. So long as we keep our friendliness with them up. Well, looks like the Asari have bumped into something over here. A 7.4 pirate fleet. That's not so good for them. Ah, and there's a continental world over here. ISOC. Terra Nova! There's Terra Nova here. I'll be taking that. And we have a new dig site. It seems the Nitians maintain relations with one of the more alien civilizations that were present in this region of the galaxy. We have identified a hangar and a supply depot on the outskirts of the colony. Another deciphered log confirms it. Base Commander Veer, mission date 212.14. Today, as agreed, our partners allowed our personnel on one of their vessels. There were no survivors. It is as we feared. Outside the gravity wells of a massive celestial body, our bodies require flux to survive. Our partners expressed the hope that we could eventually overcome this or develop sufficient protection, but I don't think they fully understand the nature of the situation. How can one protect oneself against the absence of something that doesn't even exist in this universe? Huh. It seems that flux, something abundant in the Neotian home universe, but absent in our own, was necessary to allow them to travel into space. There's no indication that they ever found a way to leave this moon alive, which makes their absence all the more ominous. They died, didn't they? But then again, of course, knowing the whole Mass Effect thing going on, they could have had a Reaper attack. You never know. It seems the Krogan and the Stellaris have made peace, and they've gained one system each. So nothing was gained, really. It just kind of happened. I mean, they gained that one, they gained that one. Well, they gained a station, I guess. And this just leaves the Turians, who look like they're kicking the Krogan ass right now. Very well. Alright, survey of Asgard is complete, so head over to the next one, and you go grab that system right there. You, I need a colony ship on the double. Oh, we can get an Asari as well. Sure, we could use some Asari with us. There is a significant scarring on the surface of this world in a pattern that cannot be natural. From it, the massive rifts almost look like writing. Research it. Alright, we just developed new sensors.
Complete.
So we can get a null void beam, potentially. Or element zero concentration. Sure, we could use better element zero cores. The risks on Fadis 5 are indeed writing. According to the survey team, it states that the first 196 digits of pi are expressed in base 14. Prominent sociologists are now speculating furiously as to why the authors believed anyone capable of reading this message would need the information. And we just encountered someone new at here. Oh, that's a ring world. Ruined Citadel. Apparently, it's this game's version of the Citadel. Ruined Citadel section. This is what they're using as a standard for the Citadel on this mod, apparently. I mean, I would have used a habitat. That's what I was thinking of. I would have used a habitat station, like just an empty one for that, because I mean, this mod literally does have a Citadel-designed habitat in it. So I'm not sure why they decided to use a ring world as the Citadel, but they did for some reason. Moreover, who are you? The Eighth Aliens. I don't know who you are. I guess we'll find out. And yet another dig site. We have identified the most advanced laboratory complex in the colony. It appears most of their research data, or it contains most of their research data, but we lack the necessary frame of reference to fully understand the implications. Some of the logs at least provide an insight. Classified log by Chief Scientist Dalk. Mission date 33179. I think we got it. All the hard work has finally paid off. It all suggests a means to completely halt and partially achieve a reversion of the flux decay. I can't wait to contact the homeworld. I can't wait to find out what the homeworld really is like. It seems at some point the Nitians have faced an extinction level problem, flux decay. It's not exactly clear what flux decay was, because it's not exactly clear what flux was. But it's something that the Nitians thought would threaten to destroy their entire universe if left unchecked. Facing a critical time shortage, they found a solution: to send some of their best and brightest to our universe, where the time flows significantly faster, leaving that then the colonists would have enough time to solve the problem and report their findings home. Something tells me they were too late anyway. And there's another continental world over here. Where's this one? Canades. I don't know what that one is, but still, we're going for it. Speaking of, colony ship SSV Seattle. You are there. Go and colonize Terra Nova right the heck now.
Complete.
Just call it Terra Nova. Yep, that is a canon colony name.
Contact.
Ah, they were the Vorcha chiefdom, which means they're a bandit kingdom. So they like to attack people. Fanatic, militarist, authoritarian. Warriors salute you, Vorcha. I bring greetings from Warlord Sheepalwheat. Okay. The undisputed ruler of the Vorcha chiefdom. Respect our borders and keep out of our affairs, and perhaps our mighty fleets will refrain from visiting our worlds. Yeah, these are all bullshit. What are they compared to us? Inferior in every way. Nearly. Except for money, but... Alright then. And yet another archaeological site. We were able to find the command center that served the Nitrian colonists shortly before the collapse. A lot of debates were held in the wake of the completion of their research, and it's not hard to see why from the preserved logs. The colonists might have solved the problem of flux decay, but they failed to solve another: how to contact the homeworld. It seems that while opening the rift from the Nerd universe to ours is relatively safe, the reverse is quite destructive. Seeing the Nitians couldn't leave Vanguard 2A, they had to make a choice as to whether they were willing to sacrifice their own lives to save their brethren back home. Last entry into their command center's archive reads: Private log by Commander Zale, mission date 33202. It is confirmed, the word is out. We are losing control of the situation. Oh dear. Huh. And seems the migrant fleet has entered the Sol system. Interesting. Where are they going next? Broken. And an ancient medical complex. Ooh, is that an let's have a look, see. Where? I thought it was going to be like a mega structure, but no, it's just an event inside a planet. Astounding news from SSV Tsushima. Deep scans have revealed the unexpectedly large solid core of Conades 2 to be covered with the compressed remains of a sprawling medical complex millions of years old. Though the intense mantle pressure of the gas giant severely limits the amount of data we can extract from the core surface, Science Officer Huan Tan reports that the hidden structure matched beyond a doubt the technology used by the enigmatic L-Gates. It's Reaper/Leviathan then. The crew hypothesizes that the planet was a planetary medical facility created by the Gate Builders a millennia ago. At some point the complex was abandoned, and its automated gas replicators ran unchecked for untold centuries, gradually converting the planet into a gas giant. Incredible. Ah, see here, Cerberus have sent in a science ship over to here as well. They're trying to nick it. But you're too late. Our construction ship is on course. We are reaching out and kind of wrapping around Cerberus. Like, I want to wrap around through Firum and these two systems all the way up to the border. Just kind of keep them confined to this part of what would be Alliance space. And the war between the Krogan and the Turians are over. The Turians won. No big surprise. The Solarians want a non-aggression pact. I will agree to that. And the final dig site has finished. The small lab on the outskirts of the colony seems to be where the signal to Nerd was meant to be sent. It was also a site of a large amount of fighting between different factions after the central colonial leadership was deposed. The only entry preserved in the lab's archive reads: Public access newsletter by Provisionary Commander Dune. Mission date 332.24. The lying tyrant Zal has been deposed. He claimed it was our duty to give up our lives to save the homeworld. But this is our homeworld. This is where we were born and where we will die. We built it and we built our lives in it. By what right can anyone demand we give it up to save them? You will not allow it. I will not allow it. If any still loyal to Zal think they can defy me, they better change their mind, or I swear to. The log ends abruptly. It is not clear what happened next and whether anyone can be considered victorious in the ensuing civil war. Dune and his followers are nowhere to be found, neither is Zal. The device designed to rupture the fabric of time and space and send the signal to Nurse is still intact. Neither destroyed nor activated. Still waiting for one last command to finish the job. Huh. So this is on this planet here. It's a barren world. So I can either activate the machine, the signal will be sent, Dogma 2A will be destroyed in the process. Who knows if the signal will ever reach the destination? Who knows if it will help anyone there? So, I'll give 100 influence, research option dark matter, and +2 dark matter. Or we can gain 1500 and all these minerals. I mean, those are nice, but one, we can potentially save a civilization somewhere else. And second of all, we gain the dark matter drawing as a research option and dark matter here. I think long term that will be better, plus the influence is nice. Alright, so we're sending Alliance scientists down, and we are activating the machine. There we go.
Anomaly detected.
No way. And there goes the planet.
Construction complete.
At long last, their mission is complete. And I'll let them do that in the meantime as well. What's all this? Resources. Looks like finished. SSV Tsushima's found anomaly. Insult from Cerberus. And Starbase is finished over there. But yeah! We have sent the message, the planet is destroyed. And we have a permanent source of dark matter. I'd say mission complete. SSV Tsushima has succeeded in isolating a signal embedded within the unusual pattern of interference in the Scorpio system. The signal is a song, a complex sonification of an advanced mathematical equation, to be precise, and one that Science Officer Huan Tan cannot seem to get out of their head. Who or what may have composed this song remains unknown, though its complexity infers an incredible level of technological sophistication regarding subspace harmonics. The signal's geodesics suggest a point of origin outside our galaxy. So I guess we'll never know. And we've just unlocked
Survey
Starholds.
complete.
Ooh, we can get ion thrusters. Synthetic crystal plants. Helium. I mean, this one's going to remain there, so that's not going anywhere anytime soon. But helium-3, that might be very useful for the Mass Effect side of things. Ah, and we have entered at another mass relay in the Vitas system, which has an Arctic world, an Alpine world, and some Tianqi whales. Who else is currently here? Cerberus is getting in the system. If I want to grab that mass relay, I better do it soon. A small cargo pod has been left adrift in space above a gas giant. It's been captured by the planet's gravity well and will eventually be put in the atmosphere. Let's have a look, see at that. So the Solarian Union is getting pretty friendly with us, at least. We've got a new starbase. And just another resource, full notification. I grab that, then Belazir, then Vitas, head over there as well. Abandoned cargo pod. A discarded cargo pod was left by someone in the upper atmosphere of the Taurus long ago. It somehow escaped the notice of other spacefarers, and its decaying orbit means it would have been lost in the gas giant's crushing atmosphere within another few years. When the crew of the Tsushima unsealed the pod, they found a stash of alien jewelry made of precious metals, so it's a bit of more energy credits. Neat. Yeah, we've encountered an unidentified empire in Voom.
Survey
That
complete.
is the Curator Enclave, I would assume. Or are they blue? We'll find out soon enough. And they're the Artisan Troop. I see. They're particularly great, but we can at least get them in. And we have and new Prime Minister, Glenn. So what were you previously? We have all of those. Our science ships are both manned. Ah, you are our governor. I need to recruit a new one then. So research, crime. Let's get research on the go, shall we? And our scientist in charge of society just died, so Oksana Nalstatnik is now the head of all society-based research in the Systems Alliance. Aquarian. How about that? Ah, and our colony on Terra Nova has been officially established, which means it's time to create a new sector out of it. The Terra Nova sector. And we need a new scientist. So, crime. Bureaucrats. Sure, that'll be good to start with. Because I do need to start tackling my empire sprawl soon. Ah, when you look at that, we have tradition available, which means the Federation. Yes. Can we do it? Yes, we can. We can form a federation. Galactic Union. Citadel Council. Definitely. So, a Galactic Union. Members of the Federation are united and ready to cooperate to deal with whatever problems may arise, or we can do a martial alliance. Oh well. Galactic Union is more of the Citadel Council style, I think. Except...
we will stand as one.
And here we go. Let history record that on this day, the governments of the Systems Alliance and the Asari Republic signed a treaty of federation. As founding members of the Citadel Council, they will now face the future as firm allies. This new Galactic Union will serve as a shining example to the rest of the galaxy of all that can be accomplished by working together. A new era of interstellar diplomacy has begun. And here we go. The Citadel Council has officially been formed. Let's have a look at it. So we need to assign our envoy to it. Accept. And our other envoy as well. Because, I mean, we don't need to be improving relationship anymore with them. We're pretty improved. So, we're now going to be rising cohesion every month. So that will go up positively soon. I assume the Asari in a moment will probably put theirs on it as well. And we can see everyone's stats. They have a higher economy. They actually have a higher fleet than me. Just about. Well, that's about to change because I'm upgrading my stations to get some more capacity, plus I'm researching some more capacity, so the moment I have that, I'll shoot out some more ships. Though I had better tech than them. Ethics are pretty lined up. Very good. So fleets, no Federation fleet just yet. Laws, the contribution, none. Rotation for the time being, 20 years, so in 2 episodes I'll swap to them. But yeah, it is done. The Citadel Council is formed. And there we go, the Asari have now assigned their envoy. So I think the next people I want to target for Federation membership are these guys. Because, I mean, they're pretty friendly with the Asari. Association status. Well, we need positive relations with them. So, I think, well, when I can move them, another envoy will probably be good. Actually, I might be able to do an envoy right off. If I use diplomatic grants, potentially. Yeah, sure, at least for the time being. Which will give me another envoy to use. And I can now approve relations with you. Very good. So you're my next target for Federation membership. Also, Indian writing. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Queb Duran 2. The matter script covers a large portion of the planet's upper hemisphere and appears to be a short story chronicling a difficult life of an alien mercenary. Fair enough. And that brings us to just about the end of 2241, the 10-year mark, and thus the end of this episode. Quite a eventful little thing. We have the Citadel Council up and running and ready to go. I need to improve my economy a bit, especially with my energy credits. They're starting to get a bit low with my rapid expansion in this direction. I've just made a deal with the Asari, 5 minerals for 5 energy, so that will supplement us a bit. And Earth is building another generator district, so I'll be getting that on the go too. Plus, you need to get over here and grab those energy credits, if you don't mind. You will be ready to go to grab that, because we've almost completely encircled Cerberus from Alliance space, at which point we can focus on buffing things out in this direction a little bit, rather than just one big line, which it currently is. But it's working, we're cutting them off. I'm kind of being blocked in by some mineral extraction operations, but we can grab those later because they're blocking Cerberus as is. So we grab that one, we grab a Bagel, and probably Fionis as well. And that will completely stop Cerberus from getting any further into Systems Alliance space, and allow us to start claiming it instead. And the Solarian Union, oh you guys. Our relationship with them is going up monthly now, thanks to our improved relations. Hopefully, oh, we can also get a research agreement, and we can give them association status. Yes, let's do that. I'm going to quickly go slightly over just to give them that, because that just makes sense.
Construction complete.
There we go. They now have association status with us as well. So another plus 24 and improved relations with us and the Asari as well. And eventually we're going to be able to get these guys into the Federation. They are the next people we are targeting for that. Though we're also going to want a bit more cohesion for them as well. Still, they'll be a very good acquisition. And of course, we also found the Hanar and the Vorcha. Who do you think we'll get next? The Collectors, the Rachni, the Terminus Systems, the Drell? They should be around here somewhere. If they haven't already exploded, because Rakana is the Doomsday origin. So it's entirely possible that the Drell might have exploded, though I didn't get a message about it, so I don't think so yet. The tech. Helium-3 is currently researching, 31 months, 7 months till naval capacity up. We definitely need some more ships. 1 month of research output. We also have Sol Station upgrading. And which station was Asgard? You have the wrong things. I didn't want you to be a shipyard. I wanted you to be anchorages. That was my bad. I pressed the wrong things. Whoopsie daisies. That's why that was taking so long. Never mind. I'll fix that post haste. Science ship, what are you doing? You need to continue going forward because we need to claim all these systems as we go. Shang-Chi has made admin offices, so we're very close to fixing our Empire sprawl. Another admin office will probably do it. Probably when Earth gets its next building still open, I'll make another admin office, and I'll fix that entirely, so it's no longer an issue affecting us. And very soon we should start getting the galactic community, because I think we have a large chunk of them now, like 1 or 2 more. We should have the majority. So yeah, with Terminus, the Drell, a couple of other MISC ones. Yeah, it's all coming together, and we're nearly halfway through the first century. Haven't met any of the Marauders yet. There are 3 out there, like the Blood Pack, the Blue Suns, and such. The typical 3 from Mass Effect. So they'll be out there somewhere, and in 2300, the Mid-Game Crisis will start to spawn. That's going to be an interesting time. So, until then, thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra!